Everything.
Everywhere.
All at once.
What could that mean?
Senses. Hearing. Seeing.
Ah,
Taste.
chaos, I'm thinking.
I have no idea.
Rancid pores.
I know. Rancid pores,
We
right?
shall see.
Yeah, I mean, good ideas. And when we were setting up, I'm like, what could this possibly be about? But you guys have requested this. You voted for it on our Patreon. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Links below. All three of us are completely blind to this.
That's for sure.
I haven't even seen a trailer for it.
Nothing on my end. Nothing.
Nothing. A few fans did say to me, which I think is okay to say this out loud, but this is not related to Marvel. So immediately I was thinking superheroes, time travel.
Okay.
I don't know. Because everything, everywhere, all at once, I think
boy.
you're overstimulated or overwhelmed
Confused.
with a bunch of things.
Confused.
Maybe confused. I think you have so much
Adventure.
pressure on you.
That's right.
That everything's just coming at you all at once
That's
in
right.
all
Right.
directions,
Yes.
and I'm thinking
People
chaos
are one
too. I
person
don't
has
know.
to handle it all.
Yeah, I don't know. So I do know that Michelle Yao, we see her right now in starring because we're going to be watching on Amazon today. So we saw her in a few things already.
Yes.
And we saw her in
Crazy
Crazy Rich
Rich
Asians
Asians.
recently,
Oh, yes.
which we loved that movie.
That was
good.
Check that out,
Great movie.
please, because that was
That was
really
good,
well
yeah.
done. We cried. It was so emotional. We laughed a lot,
Yeah.
but that was definitely a fun watch. And yeah, I think there's a pretty big cast, and we'll see who we recognize.
Yes,
All
let's see
right.
Shall we get into it?
it. Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Looks like she already has a lot of stuff going on.
I guess so. Look
Yeah,
at
chaos.
Wow, I guess it
Monitors
is.
everywhere.
Okay.
How can I
Oh,
can't hear you. Hold on.
why did that come out? She wanted to say something different, I
Yeah,
thought.
she did. I thought she did. Oh. Everything.
Everything.
Okay. She's thinking about everything.
Part one.
Okay. Yeah. God.
He wants that in his later years. He's not going to get it.
Boy.
This is the parkour one.
So this is the second time he's doing this.
I gotta go into the gender. Not now.
Wave path scanning.
Oh my God.
I'm
sorry.
sorry. It's a girl. Oh, that's her
Oh,
legs.
jeez.
Trying to remind her how happy they were.
Yeah.
Mrs. Wang, are you with us?
It's Julie.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
I'm here.
Oh my
Ah!
God. Whoa. Oh my gosh. You were there. Oh my God.
Is that her?
Oh my god, it's Jamie Lee! No!
Halloween.
Gonna change that hair.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah, like that.
Tomorrow's better.
Oh, because of the party.
Oh my! Oh no! Did she just
Punched her.
You told me to do it. Special woman.
Ah!
Marriage.
Okay, folks, everyone remain calm.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot.
You're gonna eat it?
You're gonna get diarrhea.
Eh.
Oh my God. Ooh.
Her time in this universe is screwed.
Whoa.
Flying.
Oh, wow. God.
Ew! Oh! Oh, she got a lot taller too. It's getting.
Wow.
Oh, just in time. That body's gonna get cracked.
Oh.
Holy
no.
crap! Oh, they saved them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
She's gonna propose for
Oh my
love.
God. Oh,
Break your arm.
Oh.
Oh.
You always get pulled away.
Whoa, there she is.
Oh,
That.
Whoa. Whoa. Huh?
跟我走吧。
Oh, look
behind
out.
What?
Wow.
It's like
She
Neo.
went into the martial arts.
Oh, God. Uh-oh.
This is really bad.
My mommy says it all the
Whoa,
time.
whoa, whoa. Oh, my God.
So weird.
Weird.
Oh no! Yes, what she needed to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Ew, what the heck?
That's weird.
Other, what?
Oh, look at Oh,
Even Deirdre.
oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
No.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness.
What are you doing here?
We need to go.
No.
Don't you see? That's so
Every
nasty.
failure here branched off into a success for another Evelyn in another life.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, right in there.
Whoa.
Oh, God.
Like that.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, God,
Oh,
poor
my
Joy.
God.
To access.
No.
Oh.
No, because that's the real.
Do you expect to defeat her?
Everyone stay calm. I think it's time for a family discussion.
Let me get my finger.
Evelyn, I don't think now is a good time to dance.
What?
Joy's like,
These skills.
oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh.
Wind it up.
Oh, no. It's so bad. Oh, God. Oh, God. What's he have to do? He's going to sit on it or something?
Oh no, he's gonna shove it up his butt.
Bizarre.
Watch it.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't forget to sanitize.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Isn't that still her dad, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, kiss her. It's not the end.
Can't be.
No way. That was a terrible idea.
I'm fine now. She's faking it.
Just for her sanity. There you go.
I don't know why.
I love you. I made you.
I love
dinner.
you. I'm gonna eat your fingers.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
You just circled everything. I guess she's good at being scary. That's so nice.
See how everything
Ah!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, she's gonna break.
What?
you're stuck like this forever.
Your visors. Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Just be a rock. Thanks. She's even punched. Stapled.
Oh,
Google us. Google. Oh crap!
oh.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
we take.
God.
Oh!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh no!
Yeah, so she learned how to use her feet well.
Oh boy.
Her seeing eye. It's like Dr. Strange.
Yes. Oh, God.
And that was free. Chiropractor. He's going to be the hardest to convince.
Hey.
Oh, he's helping too. Good. Everyone unite.
Yeah.
The whole family.
Good for you. You're figuring your shit out. That's great. I'm really, really happy. It just hurts the both of us.
You still went looking for me. So what's this?
Oh, jeez.
So awkward. This suck.
What?
But we have a problem. Because you listened, but you didn't listen. And that has to do. What did you say?
Besides the, bagel. Wow. I feel like this needs a cutscene. I don't know. Wow, that was a lot to take in.
Wasn't
That was wow.
Totally not what I
Wow.
expected
It's
at
chaos
all.
times
Definitely.
10, 20. 100.
Right, you were
Oh my
right. We were
God.
trying to guess what was going to happen, and you
Yes.
guys were right for the most
Total
part. I mean, even
chaos.
senses. It was all the senses, but it was really chaos. And,
Yeah,
you know,
that's for sure.
to have another movie about the multiverse that isn't Marvel,
That's right.
very different outlook, you know, like a different perspective on how it works.
Yeah,
That's for sure,
and
my gosh.
no matter what universe you're in, whatever verse you're in,
Yes.
you still the way to handle it is through kindness.
Mm-hmm.
Not that's how I took it. Like you shouldn't be fighting all the time. And she had to break the mold with her daughter. She couldn't treat her daughter as
That's
she was
right.
treated
Yeah.
from her father. Right to this day,
Definitely.
he treats her. He didn't treat her well.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and I agree. Like, I like the family aspect, and even though this was so bizarre, I mean, even though this was way beyond anything I could comprehend, like, I understand
Sure.
what happened and all that, but it was amazingly done because it was so original. It had a lot of things that reminded me of other movies, but no matter how bizarre it got, it was very entertaining that way too. Like, they had
That's
a lot
right,
of
yeah.
serious emotions and a lot of crazy comedy, and it always went back to the family roots of how, you know, father, mother, daughter, on how one can, like, absolutely mold the next generation. And sometimes it's not good. And the way that Evelyn's father, you know, acted and treated his own daughter, and she was really stressed out and nothing was ever good enough. Like, she
That's
was a
right.
mess, like she said. And then she also did that to her own daughter, Joy, and it was sad. I mean, to actually say, I mean, there was many things that added up. You know, her having a girlfriend, you know, well, her father's a different, or her grandfather's a different generation, so he's not going to understand that. And in one universe, he did understand that, and he accepted that completely.
Yeah.
It seemed like. But, you know, it sucks that negativity is brought down, and
right,
you
yeah.
just don't think you're ever going to be good enough, so
Right.
nothing matters.
And it's abuse.
Yeah.
If you're used to that abuse and you take it, and back then it was a different generation, different time,
Right.
you accepted it and you took it, and that's all you know. And of course you're going to bring it down, even though she's got a wonderfully humorous, loving husband.
Yes,
He was always that light, and he was always that
He sure was,
portion
yeah.
of kindness that he never it never dropped from him. But he had to, say enough is enough. I need to be happy truly, and I have to divorce you. That opened her eyes up.
That's right.
As well. But everything, it was all everything at once, like the movie, the title is,
Yeah, I just said weird title
every
too.
aspect.
That's for sure.
And
works
honing
really well.
in on your true stuff. Don't spread yourself too thin and do everything terribly. Do,
Then you never finish anything.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine how hard that is. I mean, she has a small business, she has a family, and she's running it out of her own home. Like, it seems like it's downstairs, a laundromat.
Yes.
And she can't spend any time with her husband or her daughter. Like, and she's really just, saying how she was brought up, like saying almost the same words that her father said to her, and nothing's ever good enough. And she's just constantly stressed and drowning in all the responsibilities and, not being able to do or live her life the way she wants to live her
You
life.
have to appreciate things.
Yeah, and always, doing things for her father. He's elderly. He does need help.
Yeah,
but
she
she's
does
like,
do that.
it has to be precise. It has to be perfect.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
cooking and everything else. He's just never happy and always finds something to complain about.
Yeah.
So I like how bizarre and crazy this movie got, but it always went down or came down to, the morals of, family comes first and, be kind.
Be kind.
Literally
and
be kind.
And at the end, learn respect on both ends. If you want to be respected, you have to earn the respect of that
definitely.
person as well.
Yeah, and we got to talk about Jamie Lee Curtis and her
Phenomenal.
She was great.
Oh my God.
She was. I couldn't
My
believe
God,
that
that was amazing. I mean, how
And you
weird.
just feel, and then you just feel for her because they became friends. I mean, they
they
befriended
did.
each other at the end. She truly just needed a friend, and I mean,
that was funny.
all those awards she won, they went to good use in this movie, didn't
That's
they?
right, they
With
sure
those
did.
Oh
two
my
guys.
God.
Oh
Oh,
my God,
sick.
that was funny.
I mean, again, okay, rant, but just, it's so funny, but so weird. You have to do things that are not normal, I guess, and a few
change
other
the
things.
algorithm or
Yeah,
something.
change the algorithms like YouTube, but, like the paper cuts and
And
using
those
those.
hot dog fingers. Oh,
God,
Eating
yeah.
gum and oh my God, eating.
It started off with the chapstick, and that was so
Oh,
weird. Like,
God.
that we
Oh,
thought
that
was
was-
weird, and then it just
oh,
got
boy.
so much worse. And I'm like, yeah, okay,
That
maybe it
was
wasn't so
really
bad after all. Yeah.
bizarre.
So we have to do weird things, and some things were a little easier, and other things were like, whoa,
Whoa, yeah,
because
what's
those
going on?
guys sticking or sitting and then fighting with those things up their butts.
But, oh, that was
And just in slow motion and blurred out, like that was funny
God.
too. And I don't know, like I didn't expect it to go that sexual in a lot of things, but it was literally all in our face.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's for sure.
And just there's no limitation to all the different
There
ideas and the
wasn't.
hot dog
And the
fingers.
Oh,
dildos.
my God.
Yeah, I know they had the dildos like the boys. It was funny with those. And but even the hot dog fingers, like that's the whole point. Like every little change branches off, like the multiverse that we see in Marvel in a way, where it just makes another multiverse. You have, and it can all of a sudden, like not all of a sudden, but it can be quick. It could take a long time, but one decision will alter a course, and then that can branch off into many other courses to the point
sure.
where you could be an animation, like they're showing here, or
Pinata.
because they
That's right.
like didn't actually
Yes.
form there, or pinata. Yeah, just the hot dog fingers. And again, it's supposed to be really odd, but then like mustard and ketchup is coming out of it. And I'm like, how does that even happen? I get like anatomy could be different, but to actually have a hot dog.
She's using her feet or toes to play the piano. And
That's right. You
Yeah.
have to learn what you have to adapt to what
You
you
sure do.
Yeah,
So-
and it was fun to see, even with these bizarre universes that were so different, that she was able to like download information and then use her feet in a skilled way, just her muscle pinky, like that was hilarious.
That was fun.
So
that was kung fu.
so weird, but it was so entertaining all the way through.
It was.
I was like, huh, the whole
It
time.
was. In the beginning, I thought, oh, it's going to be, a story about this woman who's spread herself way too thin. and it's just going to be tragedy, tragic, and some kind of light is going to come, but I had no idea this was going to be the light.
Yeah. And for her daughter to really, I mean, again, like Evelyn went through a lot too, and to see that go through her daughter, and then she finally understands and expresses that, like actually voices like she's a mess like me, like we were like that, but and then they said at the end nothing matters, but I know you can't worry about all the other things when there's other big things that are more important, like family,
and
but
treating them correctly.
It's like nothing matters, but everything does at the same time, because it came down to mother and daughter at the end, and her husband was just so kind and caring, and that was nice too, because how he was portrayed in the beginning, it was almost like, oh, this poor guy, he's like weak and confused, and he's not even helpful, but he was always helpful.
He was actually the glue.
He was actually the strongest,
because that's his way of fighting back. He can talk them out of things. I mean, he talked the IRS agent out of shutting, taking over the place.
And she had no confidence at first with that. She's always my idiot husband doing now.
See,
no confidence
silly.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Wow, so this was really good.
He was the rock. He truly was.
Sure was,
I don't even know how you would explain this to someone.
Googly eyes.
Not that you would want to spoil anything. I love the Google eyes. That was so great.
And that's just, he makes light of everything, he tries to. Even when he's cleaning up the glass at the end, after she shattered the window, he's just humming a tune and just...
That's how he is.
Yeah?
Goodness.
Yeah, every little choice can make a major difference in your life, and I'm happy that she was able to save her daughter and do something different. And it was neat to see that Evelyn, and it was kind of an insult, but I get it, like the Alphaverse saw so many other Evelyns, and they were all really skilled, and she was at the lowest of the low. Just how would you judge that, because she's struggling so much and things are just going really bad in her life? But she was the one, I guess, the most open to change and accepting other things, because she was at her lowest point. So that concept was neat, and I'm sure you guys felt the same thing. I made a few comments during the reaction that it was kind of, even though this was very original in its own way, it had some mixes of, I want to say, the Matrix. I felt that, her downloading information from other universes, kind of like they could do in the Matrix, and know how to fly a helicopter and do kind of kung fu moves, and then Scott Pilgrim versus the World, that kind of craziness. It kind of reminded me of that too, although that was a very different kind of story. Just the way the scenes were shot, and really thinking outside the box, with keeping things fun and just bizarre. I don't know how to explain it, but you have animations and anything's possible, and although that was more of a comic book telling, but it just had that same kind of energy to me.
And just the overall feel of generational stresses that go beyond just one generation. What you learn from your parents, how they treat you, and how you bring it. It's up to you to either change it or keep going with it. And, look, Joy could have ended up being really, really, so hurt that she could have left. She could have left with her girlfriend and never to return. They could have run away, but it's great that everyone learned from it. It was a learning experience.
And to go dark really quick, I don't like to do that, but with this vibe, I was taking it as, her daughter was just giving up on everything, nothing mattered, where she was going into oblivion to end the pain. So I was
she was going to hurt herself,
So it was really that bad, and it does get that bad for a lot of people. I mean, we all do struggle in different ways, and life can be very difficult and challenging at times, and it's important to, if you can, have the support you need, the love and support with family.
That one verse, the rock verse that she just, she did go off the cliff.
Yeah.
But guess what? Mom went after her.
Yeah, she did.
And that was just a great metaphor that, she learned, she is apologizing, she is very sad, she, went forward with that you know, that feeling of degrading her daughter like she was degraded from her father, and she is trying to save her as best she can.
Good, yeah.
And that was, hey, that's awesome.
Mhm.
We're together
Very
now.
good, yeah.
Yeah, being
That's
kind
good,
is a
that's
really
good,
good thing
yes.
that can go very far. And the
Sure,
little
yeah.
things do matter.
They
You know,
definitely
if
do,
you
definitely.
don't appreciate that, you know, I even joke sometimes with friends and stuff, and I say, like, you know, because I love, you know, I always joke about the weather, or even like everyday occurrences, even eating, you know, with food, but like making dinner or something. Like sometimes I'm already talking about that earlier,
That's right,
and
yeah.
you know, it's stuff you have to do every day, and I think it's important when you can to appreciate the little
Oh,
things. That's also a
definitely.
Zombieland rule,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
Because it
That's
gets you
right,
through the hard times,
It
for sure.
does.
And
It
any time,
does.
it really does.
You
I
know,
really
and
appreciate
every
it.
day, you know, everyday life can be mundane at times, but you have to spice it up.
Yeah, you
I
do.
love
Okay.
life.
Yeah, and I'm glad it had
Yeah.
a happy ending
Yeah.
where
Oh,
Evelyn
yeah,
was
that's good.
kissing her husband,
Oh,
and
that was good.
That's
really
right.
He was
appreciates
very
him.
surprised about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and she's
fanny
going to
pack.
hold his fanny pack so he can go to the
Yes,
bathroom.
Like,
That's
ooh,
love right
she
there,
probably was
baby.
like, no, I'm never touching that. Very good movie.
That was good.
It was.
I'm very curious what you guys have to say about this movie too. Did you like it? Did you expect it to be like this? Like, what did you think it was going to be
Not
about?
really, but I liked it.
Yeah, right.
It was just chaotic and.
But that's what was so entertaining, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it
it was almost
was.
like WTF a lot, but I was like, wow, it was just so amusing on how they did it, and it was very emotional.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and I liked
Yeah.
how Grandpa, you know, he understood what Gong Gong, how he
Gong Gong.
understood
Yes, right.
that he did make a mistake, and how
right,
you
yeah.
saw his variant, if you will.
Yeah, I'll say
You
yeah.
know,
Sure, we'll go
he
there.
broke down, his little machines that he had everywhere. I mean, it
right.
broke down, and he really had a striking, relationship really quick with Becky. I mean, he let her
Yes.
wheel him around, and it
Yeah.
was just
Yeah.
fine, and she shouldn't have spoken for him. She should, this is her daughter. She should be proud of who she is and who she wants to be with. And yes, you don't know how the other person's going to take it, but you know what? That's not your
right,
your call
yeah.
to say you can't tell your grandfather,
Yeah.
Okay.
who you truly are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very
Be
true.
happy.
And I wanted to also clarify that I like how with the multiverse that you couldn't have extra physical people in the same universe. Like Joy had to take over Joy, like the joy of that universe.
Mm-hmm.
So with her variant father, which is just his mind, and her actual father, saying to kill Joy here so she can't enter this universe, like how scary and tempting is that? Like that is terrifying, and of course, heck no, there's no way I'd be able to do that. I know she wouldn't be able to, but just to have that option to be like, I can end the threat here so she can't enter, like that's so scary to have, just to think that way, and to have this in front of you to be like, who are you really? Like, are you going to kill your own daughter to prevent the other Joy from getting into her or taking over your universe or getting to you?
Right.
But it was still her daughter. Bottom line, it was still her
It
daughter.
was still her daughter,
Definitely.
and there again, you have something that your father's telling you have to do.
That's right,
And
yeah.
he put you down so many times. How, do you really believe him? Do you really?
Yeah.
And you can't. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
She's still your kid.
Woo! Yeah, this is really good.
It's good, yeah.
I'm still processing everything.
I know, and
Everything, everywhere, all at once. That's
That's right.
perfect.
And I
That's for
noticed
sure.
Waymond is the little kid that played in Indiana Jones.
Yes,
The voice you could
Yes,
just
that's
tell. I
right.
mean, his
Yes,
facial
yes, yeah.
features. He's just so youthful looking to this
He
day.
is,
Right,
and
right,
his
right,
voice, even though it's deeper, it sounds just
Mhm.
like him.
Yes.
It's like, would you say Mr. Jones or
Yeah.
Dr. Jones? Remember? Like, it's
Yes.
totally the same. So I was like, oh my God, like, some people, of course, like, they look so different and sound so different, you wouldn't be able to
That's right.
recognize them. But yeah, for him, like, I was like, oh my
He
God,
does.
spot
That's right,
on.
yeah.
That's totally him.
That's
That was so amazing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of great acting in this. It was awesome. I like how they had the
Good.
janitor closet as, like, the scary place where
Oh,
they were.
boy.
You know, like Jamie Lee Curtis's character attacking that
Yes, oh my
this
God.
deer tree or something. I can't get over
Halloween,
that.
like she's just
Michelle, like she was amazing, but I just crack up because just how far people will go in acting, and Jamie Lee, like she
Oh, that
looks
was just-
so amazing, and we were saying a while ago that she's timeless, you know, that she's
she
just
is.
She
She's
sure
like
is, yeah.
Sigourney Weaver. I
yeah,
think.
she's like so good, and just to see her in this role where she was kind of frumpy, if I can
And I
say
didn't-
that,
yes,
she
I
had,
didn't-
like,
And it
that
was
Exactly.
wig.
riot to
Versus
see her, like even up close when she was at her desk, like the age spots and stuff like that. We did a
Yes.
really good job on her.
Sure
Yeah, they did, for
Really.
sure. And then she was like a lover, like Evelyn's lover in a different hot dog life. Say I love you.
I
Nina.
Oh
know.
my.
It was so sweet.
Oh my god, I love it.
Hot
So-
dog life, baby.
Thank you guys for requesting this. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out our full reaction, you can check that out in the links below.
Yes.
And we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys. I don't know if I can eat a hot dog for a
No
while.
problem.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a little like conflicted now.
Especially the cheese-filled ones.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think that was mustard, but
I know.
Oh, God.